Hello, I'm Andrew, and this video is how my son would use the new Nokia N810.
Dear Diary, if I had a Nokia N810 tablet, or won one in this competition, if I had a Nokia N810 tablet, I would not be writing in this journal. I would definitely be updating the latest pages on my blog. You see, I'm a documentary filmmaker, and communication is very important to what I do. So this is the story of me and the N810. You know how Nokia said in their product description when they released the N810, the internet you're used to and places you're not? Well, this is my story of how I would use the N810 in places you're not used to seeing the internet, in places where the internet hasn't even gotten to, and how the N810 could help my work as a documentary filmmaker, and also how it could change the lives of people in the world. This is me in Southern Africa during the filming of one of my documentaries in 2006. Traveling to where the Bushmen live is like a 10-hour drive back in time. The San live modern lives, but the endless road in northern Namibia and Africa takes you to where the oldest existing culture in the world lives. Many people remember the place I went to make my documentary because of the 1984 movie, The Gods Must Be Crazy, the funny movie that portrayed the Bushmen as living a utopian existence.
One day, something fell from the sky.
Going to visit the Bushmen isn't easy. I think the N810 could become a great item to travel with in Africa. First of all, the cars I travel in are always getting stuck. Yes, that's me digging in the mud. But it's especially hard to tell people where you are to come pull you out without actually having a GPS or some sort of mapping device to do so. The N810 GPS could definitely help people find our car or come to our rescue when our car breaks down. See, that happens too. As you can tell, it's important to have rugged gear. Laptops, not very rugged. The N810 with its new metal body is definitely something that can be taken to the extremes. What I think is exciting about the tablet are really just its basic features. Everyone I work with in Africa uses Skype, for instance. I wouldn't have to lug around a fragile computer with me everywhere because I could just have the tablet. And if I'm not going to have a computer with me, checking my email on web browsers in cafes and in rural parts of Africa where internet is sometimes only 12 kilobits per second takes a long time. So having POP or IMAP email on my tablet could definitely make getting email, replying to it, and staying in touch faster, easier, and more enjoyable. And today in headline news, have you ever felt stranded traveling because you're not sure what news you're missing or what's going on back home? Well, stay tuned for our next story, which will explain RSS feeds on the internet, where you can get the news you want when you want it. Here's Aaron. Oh, right. So, in January, I leave for a 6-month stint in Southern Africa, and it's definitely very hard to stay in touch with what's going on back home in Cleveland, Ohio. It's not really possible to get my normal copy of the New York Times or to see my local TV stations. But with the RSS feeds on the N810, I could definitely stay in touch with things that are going on back at home. You know, what everyone's discussing over the local Java. Okay, so that's me in the N810, but let me tell you how I think other people should be using the N810. How it has the capability to revolutionize cultures, economies, the way we communicate, use the internet, and how it can make a difference in the world for the better. Okay, so take the Bushmen. You drive 10 hours from Namibia's capital, Windhoek. The last 4 hours is just straight on a dirt road into the bush. You don't see anything. Except all of a sudden, the weirdest thing happens. Over the horizon there's a tower, a cell phone tower. You can't see the town, but you know you're close to it because you can see where the tower is. And now with cell phones and the internet, every town like this is closer to us than ever before. Cell phones have made communications better all over the world, and even in Bushman land in the Nainai Conservancy in Namibia, there's now internet. It's slow, it's expensive, but people love it. There's a computer lab, and now organizations are starting to use the internet to help the Bushmen. For instance, the famous clicking language of the Bushmen, it's actually one of the most endangered languages in the world, and it's almost gone. So elders and community members are starting to be taught to record their stories and traditions on computers. And the materials that they produce are shared all over the world to preserve a culture. But the computers are old, they're finicky, they're expensive, and it takes a lot of training and time for people who need to worry about survival to learn to use the machines. I think the N810 would revolutionize this ethnography, this recording of their culture. All that is needed is a wireless router and a tablet, and it suddenly becomes easier to train people to use the tablet. It suddenly becomes a cheaper solution than desktop computers. The N810 is rugged, and it can be used in many ways. But also, the N810 is a gateway. Not only is it a communications device for far reaches of the Earth where the internet is just starting to reach, but it's something that opens up people all over the world to new information, new ideas, new discussions. The fact that people can actually use their fingers on a stylus to point and click on the tablet and look at icons to navigate makes the UI of the N810 easy for anyone to use. But just as the N810 might open up Wikipedia and blogging and new sites to the Bushmen so that they can learn new things, it also gives the San Bushmen a way to represent themselves, a way to communicate to others who they are, what they want, what they need in life, and how we all relate. The N810 can put people all over the world on the same platform in the same discussions on the same level. That's the great thing about the internet. It brings people from different backgrounds with different ideas, different beliefs, different needs, different cultures together. And the N810 does it without the hassle of most computers and training and technological devices which require maintenance, electricity, internet, the list goes on and on. So that's why the N810 is beautiful. Anyways, I'm rambling on and on about how the N810 can bring the internet you're used to places you're not. Africa in my case. But I think it can be great in my work logistically in Africa. I think it can help people and can revolutionize how people use the internet. And on a personal level, it has inspired me to make this short advertisement. The internet. For years, it's been trapped inside dull little boxes, dutifully performing dull little tasks, when it could have been doing so much more, in more places. Starting today, the internet will be set free and get to live life inside a Nokia tablet. Imagine the possibilities. So finally, just a thanks to all the Maemo platform users for revolutionizing the internet, and thanks to ThoughtFix for this competition. Thank you.